right, guys, we're live now. Mark, he should be coming back. They're getting a little rain. Internet connection is not so good. He said I sounded awful. How do I sound? Somebody let me know. As I rebooted my router, I think we're good on my end. Hopefully, we are. But if somebody can just let me know if you can hear me fine, that'd be great. But other than that, yeah. I'm going to give some shouts out here. We have Lori in the house, Fulton Mraz. We have Crazy Ann, Jennifer Lude, Dixie Hawkins, Big Daddy H is here, Sugar Kitty, Tater Dom, Art by Sparkle. Welcome, welcome. Kathy Bates is here. Hello, hello, hello. And I hope the sound's coming through okay. So I think it's on Mark's end. He was here, and he should be coming back. So good that it sounds good. All right. And one thing I didn't do. Now, last week we had somebody find my list, my top 10 list. Guess what? That's not going to happen this week. But just in case we have some folks here that don't know the rules, this is a quarterly giveaway show. We're giving away a 24-note nosing kit, 3 sample bourbons marked A, B, and C, a Bourbon Bounty logoed glass that looks eerily like this one, and a virtual private tasting with me where I'll walk you through the nosing kit. And we reveal the bourbons, and you learn how to nose those things and pick those notes out. Thank you. So that's first prize. Second prize is 2 ounces of anything on my shelf. It can be 2 ounces of the same thing or 2 1-ounce samples. Either way, you pick, and you also get this lovely glass. Third prize, you just get the glass. That is our regular quarterly drawing. The next one is going to be on December 7th because we just had one. I have a box over here. It did come in. I told y'all last week the winners from last week, there was going to be a slight delay this time in getting the prizes shipped out because I was actually in Kansas City at my son's house when I did the drawing. So I had to get back home. I had to get the stuff ordered to come in. And I have all of the stuff to put the nosing kit together. I'll just have to do that starting tomorrow and probably finish it up on Saturday. But I'll get those samples poured and I'll get everything packaged up and I'll get those things sent out as soon as I can. But beyond that, if you did see the community tab, I always post the last week's entries. I'll update that on my community tab on the channel. So if you go in there, you can go down and you can see all the names of all the folks who have entries. The first number after a name is for the regular quarterly drawing. Then there's a number in brackets after that. If you have given a super chat or whatever and gotten into the halfway mark giveaway, which is a full bottle of whiskey, by the way. I was going to say bourbon. It's not necessarily bourbon. It could be rye whiskey. It could be something else. But he'll work with you, the winner, on that to get that out. The next one of those is on October 26, 2003. So we have an overlap of entries. So I did zero out the quarterly entries, but I kept the halfway mark entries in there. And if you look on that community tab, you may see some folks that have a 0 and then a bracket number, which means they entered the halfway mark before the end of the quarter. And then we're in the new quarter and they just don't have any entries into this new drawing. But with that, let me get the first hashtag going here, which I did not get it set up because we were having some technical issues. We couldn't hear each other. We were blacking out and everything else. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get his internet working tonight because they're getting rain right now. So it doesn't affect me when I get rain, but it could be affecting him. So let me go ahead and put this hashtag in here. It is this top 10 list tonight. Now, also, if you're not familiar with the rules, all you have to do when I put a hashtag in is just put it in the chat and you will automatically be entered for that spin for entries to the quarterly drawing. The first one, the first 5 actually are worth 10 entries. The next 4 are worth 15, and the number one answer or the number one of the night is worth 20. We're back to single entries now. We're not doing double entries anymore. That was to end the quarter right before the spin and then to kick off the next quarter. So we're back to put me in for 10s and things like that at the 8 o'clock hour. But all you have to do is just put that hashtag in there and you will be entered. Here's the slide. Welcome back, Mr. Great Shot. How are you doing?
Oh, I finally got the internet back up and running.
All right, so you can hear me okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good. So, what I came up with this week was top 10 design flaws in common products. It's just random, but I did pick a number one. So, this is what happens when you roll over your cords with a caster on the bottom of a or a chair. It will scoop it up in there. So that is I consider that a design flaw of either the cord or the caster. I don't know, which came
Yeah,
first, the caster or the cord.
a little bit of both, I would guess.
Yeah, a little bit of both. But I think back in the day, cords used to be like this thick, right? Now they're making them super thin.
Oh yeah, because they break easier that way, and you have to buy a new one.
That's right. Brody. Oh, yeah. Mm.
Oh,
Well, I took the opportunity while you were out to just bullet all of the instructions out for this entire show. So
excellent.
there we go. I am
What are you
also
sipping on there?
I am sipping on Burning Chair.
Hmm.
Used to be this is the older bottle. It was in a black bottle. Now when
Yeah.
you go, they're clear. Same thing as that smoke wagon. Glass is hard to come by now, so they're putting them in clear bottles.
Okay.
But it still has the picture, and you can't hardly see. It's a burning chair in black and white. But this
Okay.
is bourbon finished in Chardonnay barrels. Now this is procured whiskey. It says produced and bottled by Savage and Cook, Vallejo, California. So it's not
Okay.
distilled there. This is probably Indiana juice. Yep, distilled in Indiana, but it's finished in Cabernet barrels. Uh, the California Cabernet, and
Well,
I like
since you're drinking California, I will too.
Corbin
A
and
little bit of
Cask or Corbin
Corbin
Cask.
Cash.
Cash, the cash. Yeah.
Cash. Yeah. Yeah. I took a sip
Hmm.
and I thought, well, dang, this seems a little spicy. And then I looked at the proof and it said 129.
Oh, there you go. That's going to hit you a
Yeah.
little bit. This one here is not near that high. This
I
is
wasn't planning
88.
on I wasn't planning on starting off with something quite that hot, but
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I
works.
kind of broke my rule here. I do like Burning Chair. I think they
Yeah.
did good with the mash bill they got from Indiana. Of course, back then it was MGP, and that's Ross and Squid. But
Yeah.
um, they I think they did pretty good aging it, and you can tell they've kind of aged it in those wine barrels
Yeah.
for a right amount of time.
Okay. So it's not too grapey, winey.
Yeah, but they let it go long enough where you go, really, that was finished.
Oh,
Because I've seen them do that before, where they only leave it in there for like a week and then
yeah.
bottle it.
Yeah. And then you can't, it's like, well, you just wasted your time. It's not even getting any, the barrel didn't part any flavor to the whiskey at all.
Right. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, they have to try to differentiate. I'm just glad they didn't just take MGP and just put it in a bottle and slap their label on it.
A lot of folks do.
A lot of them do, and
I mean, there's a gob of them, that uh, they're all using MGP. I don't know. I looked it up one time, and it was pages of people that
oh,
were using MGP.
absolutely. Yeah, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If you ever look on a bottle and it says produced and bottled by or just bottled by, they did not distill that. And if you look, you should see a little fine print that says distilled in Indiana. Sometimes you'll see distilled in multiple states. So they're
Yeah,
blending. They bought barrels from different places and blended them together.
I looked at one earlier, and it didn't say where it was distilled at.
Hmm,
It was just produced and bottled by. No distillery listed.
hmm.
And I'm like, that's odd. I thought they had to put that on the label as far as the TCB goes.
Well, I think they do have to disclose that for their
But
NDP.
yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't have to put it on the label, but they just disclose
Right.
it on their web page or whatever. And you
Yeah.
have to do some digging and find out exactly.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this: they don't have to give a distillery. They have to. Their state
Yeah,
is
the
on
state.
the state. But Indiana, I mean, you know what you're getting.
Oh yeah, you get an MGB
Yeah.
or Ross and Squibb.
Mm.
And then here I got a fancy one sent to me.
Oh, there it is.
This is McCormick's American Blended Whiskey, 80 proof.
Okay, 80 proof. Now, that's the real stuff there, though.
Yeah, this is McCormick's. It's just he put it in this little flask and sent it to me. It's got
So
two
this is
recipes
regular.
on the
This
back.
is the McCormick's in the plastic bottle with the handle built in. Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. I told him I'd give it a try on
All
the
right.
stream, so that's my next pour.
Woo!
And
I'd pour about that much.
a little half-ounce sample. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward just hitting right out of the neck.
There you go. Just turn the bottle up. Because you know that came in a gallon jug, and that 6 ounces you have, that's
Thank you,
not a
Jimmy.
neck pour. It's had some air to it.
Yeah, and it's awful light too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
let's see. We'll give it a little nose real quick just to see. I ain't got much nose.
Mm-mm.
There's a little bit there, but
I don't know. It may go down like a slightly sweetened tea.
it's probably gonna go down like water after this 128.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing. You got to drink them in order, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll be right back. Let me get a fresh Glen. I'll pour some of that up.
All
I'll be
right.
right back.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and shout out Sugar Kitty if I didn't shout that out before. Slapshots Roadhouse, Independent Joe, how's it going? Tater Dom, Jimmy's Random Content. Of course, he's here. He sent the little 6 ounce sample. I'm going to grab a bottle of water. My throat's a little bit scratchy, but I also need to stay hydrated. So I am going to go ahead and do that.
All
Again,
right.
we were having technical issues at the beginning. I normally have one of these already out here ready.
Yeah, I had some. This rainstorm finally blew in here. It's been God, I think months since we've had rain at all, and now it's actually raining. I'm happy. It kicked my internet off for a little bit, but I'm happy that I'm getting some rain.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, y'all needed it.
Bad. We're in a drought. I mean, the rain we're getting now is not even going to touch it.
Yeah. Well, you said you're supposed to get some more tomorrow too, right?
Yeah, but even that, I mean, if we get 2 inches out of that, we'll be lucky.
Yeah.
And it's still not gonna. It'll help a little bit. I mean, at least some of the trees won't die. And
Yeah. You know, it blew my mind moving to North Carolina that it can rain a little bit here, but the weather is humid and cooler here than in Texas. And the ground stays damp. Even the top layer of ground just stays damp for days. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing I was used to in Kentucky.
yeah,
If trees or leaves or whatever fall down on the ground, you got a year, 2 at the most, and it's compost.
right.
Down here, I'm digging up, chunks of mesquite out of the dirt that's a 2 foot down. It's still dry and hard.
Yeah. Yeah, you get
God knows how long they've been buried there, and they're still there.
fossilized mesquite.
Yeah. It's craziness. No, it just doesn't. There's not enough rain here to keep everything moist to have it, decompose like it's supposed to.
Well, and I grew up around in Arkansas, and there were certain times and we were able to dig up night crawlers, but man, Texas, it's tough because it gets so hard and dry.
Yeah. Well, on the McCormick's, there's not a whole lot of nose to it, and not a whole lot of palate. It is smooth though, 80 proofer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a watered down Basil Hayden.
Yeah, okay. Then that's pretty bad because Basil Hayden, to me, already tastes watered down. Hey, but at least you didn't say it tastes like, fingernail polish remover or something.
No, it's not bad. I mean, as far as, they made a decent cut and stuff like that. They just proofed it to the bottom floor and
Right.
apparently didn't age it very long either.
Well,
But I'm glad to try it. Thank you, Jimmy. I really appreciate it.
There we go. You got one you can keep around, and if somebody says, I don't know if I like bourbon or not, well, here, try this.
Yeah, there you go. Try this one.
Try this.
I'm not sure
Jimmy
if I can find
says
it around here.
It's a great mixer. Well, in the way that you're describing it, it probably mixes about as well as vodka does.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Pretty
add a
close,
lot of flavor to whatever you're mixing it with.
He included a couple of recipes on the back here. A Juan Hammer, which is Diet Pepsi and 4 shots of the McCormick's, or is
Yep.
that a corn dog, which is Diet Mountain Dew and 4 shots. Which I don't do diet anything, so
Yeah.
I
No,
can try
yeah.
it with a regular Mountain Dew.
I think that's what I said on my first review of Basil Hayden's. I was like, it's like I put this over ice and forgot about it and came back 2 hours later.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right. Well, I'm going to present this screen because my alarm did go off. And we are going to spin for this first entry here. We're not in a huge hurry tonight, but I do want to stay on time. Good luck, everybody, on the hashtag Caster Disaster. We're doing top 10 design flaws in common products. I just made it up. So that's Lori. Lori gets plus 10 on there. And we are going to draw again. If it lands on me, it goes to Lori. And no, not that one. That's I have to enter twice because I'm simulcasting to Facebook. So
Okay.
only one of them per spin.
Thank you,
So
Joe. for
I'm
dropping
out of the
links.
way now. I'm not on there anymore. So it has to land on. There it is. Art by Sparkle.
Art by Spark.
Art by Spark. I'll write that down.
Oh no. Oh, I meant to ask you, Jimmy. What is the optimum temperature for those beers? The shoot, Metamorphosis or something, and I forgot the other one. I think you're right. It would be a good mixer. Room temp. Okay.
All right. The next hashtag is unfitted sheets because your fitted sheets never stay on the mattress. And I put on here, my mother figured out how to fix this. Why can't they? Yeah, she sews stuff on there to hold them in place or whatever.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I'll tell you
This
where
one.
the mattress held the fitted sheets really, really well. Was we had a full queen, like a regular queen, not a camper queen,
Yeah.
in our camper trailer, but the mattress just wasn't very thick. Because nowadays you can get mattresses like this thick,
Yeah.
and it was a thinner mattress, but it was nice. But the fitted sheets would go way under it,
Yeah.
and they stayed on really well.
Well, that's good.
Oh, we also
Yeah.
had wood under it too. You know how
Yeah.
plywood, it won't let the sheet slide, so that
Yep.
helped a lot too.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I may have to go in there and get one of those brewskis. Well, I don't know. I better not.
I,
So
I did buy some beer for later, but not right now. I'm gonna sip
Yeah.
on some bourbons here, and
Yeah.
after this, I'll get a real one.
Yeah, that Corbin Cash is a little bit much to start off with.
Yeah, at that proof,
Yep.
he said auto carrot, auto corrupt. I call it auto corrupt, and I taught my
Uh-huh.
phone the word auto corrupt, so that when I try to type autocorrect or swipe it out, it changes it to auto corrupt. So you can teach your phone new tricks.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Jimmy. I may hold off on those then because I'm drinking
Oh
whiskey.
yeah,
So 10% or they're that's a pretty stout one there. That'll
yeah.
creep up on you pretty quick, like.
And I will say this about the high proof beer. What I figured out is I can pour a 90 proofer or whatever, about an ounce and a half in this glass.
Mhm.
And I have smaller porter glasses over there. And if I treat a pour of those higher percent beers, now I'm pouring a lot more in that glass than bourbon, but if I treat them like I'm doing a 1-for-1, either
Mhm.
this much of that beer or an ounce and a half of bourbon,
Mhm.
I feel the same no matter what. That beer though is just, it goes down a lot easier,
Yeah.
a lot faster. You just want to throw them
Well,
back.
some of the stouts that I've had, they kind of tend to go down a little slower, because they're thicker and they got more body to them and everything else. So you
Hmm.
kind of feel like you're actually like drinking a meal, sort of,
Hmm.
where you'll have one or possibly two of those and go, oh, that's enough of that. I need some water,
Right. Yeah.
something to kind of thin this down a little bit.
Well, and I think this year I'm going to get at least couple. I'm not going to spend the money that I've been spending year over year on those Bourbon County stouts.
Hmm.
I'm going to get the base model and whatever,
Well, Teresa.
variations I can get of it here, one of each, but maybe like two or three of it. Because I was buying like 8 or 9
Yeah.
of the regular release, and then whatever I could get my hands on, and I was spending hundreds of dollars, and I just
Oh yeah.
can't. Well, I can, but I don't want to because they're just sitting on the shelf up there, and I'm
Yeah.
not able to review them like I want to.
I have a couple of last year's release, the base model, and then I think I've got the Biscotti
Yeah.
and possibly one other one. Everybody was kind of saying they're better to age, even in the bottle, for
Hmm.
like a year or possibly more. So I'm like, okay. I had bought a couple of the base models and drank one of those, and then I drank um, what was the one? It was like fig or something. I don't remember now.
Yeah. The Sir Isaac uh,
Yeah,
Stout or whatever it was.
yeah, something like that. And it was okay. I mean, I'm thinking it might be better now. BCS.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it okay. I like heavier coffee
Families.
flavor in mine. I know some people don't.
Ooh,
And
okay.
some of the year variations have stronger either mocha or more coffee.
Yeah,
And I like the
yeah,
more coffee ones.
yeah. I lean more toward the coffee ones too. Um, Jimmy, the matter familias, are is both of those the same, or did you send me two different matter familias? Hey, Teresa, Founders. Yeah, I've had some Founders coffee stout.
All right. I'm going to go backwards from what you did. This is the 125 proof.
Foolproof.
Yeah. So this is
Yep.
the 1792 full proof.
There you go. That's a good one.
Yeah. And this is a single barrel
Hey,
select from Liquor Depot.
hey, Nicolani.
Oh, I was going to pour that in my water bottle.
Oh, don't do that.
Uh-uh. I don't know. I might need it. No, now this is actually pretty good at 125 proof. I
Yeah,
remember that much.
it doesn't quite drink to that proof.
No, but I finally
Now,
got on 1792 the small batch. I have a single
hmm.
barrel. I have the sweet wheat, and I have a full proof now. So,
Oh, okay.
I was trying to collect, but there's some it's hard to find.
I haven't. I've seen one sweet wheat, but they priced it out of my price range. So I'm like, no, I'm not giving that for it.
Luckily, I was able to get the sweet wheat for under $40.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it's even worth the money.
Mm-mm.
It'd be worth $40 to me. I would try it for that.
It's worth 40. It's not worth more than 50, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I
And they
mean, it would
wanted
be
like,
worth 40. I might pay. I don't know. If I saw another bottle of it, I may grab it for maybe 55. But if it went much above that, and I would only grab it just so I would have it.
I think they were wanting, shoot, it was north of 70. And I'm like, nah, I'm not paying
Mm,
that.
I think you would be disappointed. It's pretty weak.
Okay.
I mean, it's a wheater, so there you go.
Hey, Lloyd.
Now, I will tell you on this the foolproof. At
Hmm.
least this barrel pick is doing it to me. There's a Luden's cherry cough drop flavor in there,
Oh, okay.
but it
I
kind
got
of
you.
dissipates after you drink it a little bit. But there
Hmm.
is a medicinal cherry flavor in there.
Hmm. I got you.
But it tapers down. I'm still getting it right now. across the palate, but not on the finish. It's just on that mid to the front to mid part of the palate, all across the tongue. I'm getting that medicinal, and it's not medicinal. It's like a Luden's cough drop, but I need to spin. So let me do that. Share screen. There we go. Good luck, everybody, on the unfitted sheets. And if you're just joining in and don't know the rules, when I post a hashtag, put the hashtag in there, and you will have a chance to do like Kathy Bates just did and win entries for the quarterly drawing.
Congratulations there, Miss Sexy Voice. And hey there, Chatty O. Didn't say hi to you earlier.
Yeah, I still need to schedule with Chatty O.
Mm-hmm.
Been busy, man.
Oh, all yeah, right. You and me both.
Now, this one's kind of a joke. I come up with stuff, but and I have. But anyway, so here's what's about to post. Towel terror. Has anyone ever torn off a solid sheet from a paper towel roll? I did it earlier, actually. Now, what you see on there, though, that looks like one of the cheaper paper towel rolls. But they always tend to tear. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Bad perforations.
It's not about the thing. It's about the entries. So, no, one week I did, what was it? Top 10 colors. Mm-hmm. But there was a site that had it. It said top 10 favorite colors of people in the United States.
Oh.
And it was just like the primary colors. It was like red, blue, green, yellow, orange. It was
jeez.
I was like, okay. So we just did it.
And we got to come up with some different ones. Maybe top 10 muscle cars.
Well, we've talked about that before. And I'm willing to do it. But what we have to do is get together and do it on say a Saturday or Sunday or something, and go back and forth with it. That gives me time to get the photos, put them in the slideshow, and do all that before. Because if we wait till Thursday, I don't have time.
I got you.
I usually get my slides and all done on Monday, Tuesday-ish time frame. But yeah, I mean, I just came up with it. And somebody had pictures already of these things and no description. Yeah. And what it was like a Reddit thing, and it just said, here's a bunch of design flaws and stuff. And they just had pictures. And so I just grabbed all the pictures and made up my own captions for them.
I got you. Well done.
And put them in what order I thought they should be in. Without a whole crap ton of thought to it. I didn't have time.
Well, seemed like the rain has stopped. A little bitty storm's all we had.
At least we got the internet issues going.
Yep. My internet cable coming into the house apparently was not used to the rain, and it said, "Oh, water," and it freaked itself out.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out this flavor that I said, Luden's cherry cough drops, because Luden's aren't as strong as some of the other cough drops and all. It's starting to go over into maybe a little waxy, like a cherry Twizzler or something.
Okay.
I mean, there's no licorice in a cherry Twizzler, or red vine, type thing. Yeah. The black ones do, but
I don't
know. It's a lot stronger flavor than what you would get out of that. Let me see if I can pick out another note in here. I'm not really reviewing this.
Cherry Pecks. Ah, yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
A little bitty.
Yeah.
Pez, yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little chalky in there with that as well, but it's starting to go the more I drink on it, you know how the more you sip on something, you start getting different notes. And I'm
Hmm.
starting to get like a cheap cherry cream soda.
I got you. Okay.
You know, like Big Red is supposed to be like a cherry cream or something like that.
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. I'm trying to think of something else, but like a Walmart brand, great value cherry cream soda.
A rabbit hole Derringer. Hmm.
Oh,
I would.
okay. So, wow, that's a good question. It depends. I will tell you this. I have a soft spot in my heart for Rabbit Hole because I know I went there, went through the tour, talked to them about how they distill their stuff, uh, and all of that, and they barrel at a much lower proof. So Rabbit Hole is a little higher price bourbon, but you're getting not barrel proof, but you're getting real close to what came out of the barrel, but they just barreled it really low. So you're getting full notes out of that. There's Elijah Craig barrel proofs, the ECBPs that are really, really good, and some of them are okay.
Yeah.
What you're going to get out of Rabbit Hole Derringer is consistency every time. ECBP, though, you may stumble on a hell of a good one.
Oh
And,
yeah.
you know, I don't know if I'd pass up a private barrel proof or not. I'd probably try to get my hands on that because you can get Rabbit Hole Derringer anytime you want. You're not going to find that one again,
Yep.
and that's the
Yeah.
other point to it.
Yep. The ECBPs, they tend to be there for a day or two, and then they're all gone.
Well, if they're good, they're going to get gone. Yeah,
Even if they're not, people are going to be like,
right.
"I'm
People
going to
buy them.
snatch it up one up just to try it." You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've got a couple of those, right? But ooh, I'm gonna have to snatch that up. And I tried it, and I'm like, well, I probably should have left that one on the shelf. But
Well, yeah, and
you
it's a
know,
hit or a miss. But if you don't get it, you won't. You won't know.
yep.
Or you can wait, and if you wait, and
And
you start hearing great reviews about one, you're not going to find it. Then you go
no,
back to get it and it's wiped out. Yeah.
exactly. And the good thing about a ECBP, the barrel proof stuff, if you get it and you go, well, it's not the greatest as a neat pour, it still makes a really good like old fashioned or something like
Mhm.
that.
Or just add a little tiny bit of water to it and see how it opens up
Hmm.
and all of that. But yeah, I mean that's just my advice because you're not going to get that ECBP again, but you can
Yep.
get that Derringer anytime you want it. So
Excuse me.
oh yeah, the next one I thought it was funny. I'm a comedian in my own mind.
Oh, speaking of one you can't get,
Oh yeah,
still Austin, the pour some Austin
yeah.
on me.
There we go.
Man, Jimmy's got one of these, and I'm not sure if he's popped it yet, but I don't like mine very much.
Hmm. Yeah, we can
No,
tell.
it's fantastic. The boys did a really good pick on this one as far as a single barrel of Still Austin, and this one is 116 proof and drinks like it's about a 95, 94ish. I
I
mean,
will.
real low proof.
Yeah, I will warn you about something, Mark. I was in a restaurant not too long ago and had a younger waitress. She was probably 22, 23, and I ordered something. And it was really fantastic. I mean, I normally don't clean my plate. I try not to, but I wiped everything out. And she came back and said, "How was everything?" I pointed at my plate and I said, "Well, you can tell I hated it." And she goes, "Oh, the dad joke," and then she just walks off. So just be careful.
Oh, great, Joe. That's awesome. Great Independent Joe. I think you're gonna really like it. It doesn't take much to open it up a little bit, and then once you have your second sip, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, and then you look down and the whole glass is gone.
Yeah.
It's just so smooth, super easy sipping. It's really mouth coating. It's really good. I really like it.
All right, I got a couple of little tiny drops of water here I'm going to put in this glass. I've hit the limit of the transition on this. Um, oh, crap, I got to spin. Well, I'm going to put this little drops of water in here, and I'm going to spin, and then we'll then I'll try it, see how it opened up.
Yep.
All right.
Caramel swirls with powdered sugar in the middle. Yeah, I can see that.
All right, good luck, everybody, on Towel
Nice.
Terror. Here we go.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? Play on words. Terror.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Lori. Plus 10. It's loving my name tonight for whatever reason. But it does. I do have it set to remove when somebody hits, so it's not going to continue to land on me.
Man.
Tater Dom. Here we go. Couldn't have happened
Right,
to a
Tater
nicer
Dom.
guy. All right. Let the confetti die down. Won't steal anyone's confetti. And when this thing decides to catch up with my click, there it is. That's StreamYard, by the way. It's not my interwebs. All right.
Cheers, William Hall.
Oh, William Hall. All right.
Cheers, sir.
And the
And Big
next
Daddy.
one is Mac Attack, just because there was a picture of macaroni and cheese. And the caption I put, "What's your job? I glue boxes, and I take my job incredibly serious." And I have the same complaint with beer, with all these boxes and all this.
Mm,
They glue it like each macaroni noodle weighs 1,000 pounds, and they're trying to hold them in the box.
yep.
I don't understand why they have to put that. And wouldn't it be cheaper on them if they set the machine to just put a little streak of glue?
Or a couple of 3 blobs.
Yeah, just do, or have like a triple thing come down and go boop, and just put 3 little drops on there.
Yep.
And then you're done. Russell's 10-year.
It's a good
well,
everyday sipper.
Here's the problem with it is this one.
But
These are the same bourbon, okay? These are the exact same mash bill, okay?
Mhm.
This is Russell's Reserve, and this is Russell's 10-year. Here's the difference. Russell's Reserve is 110 proof, single barrel, non-chill filtered. Russell's Reserve 10-year is the same mash bill, but it's only 90 proof, so it's 45%. And it's not a single barrel. So, in my opinion, this one's better. It's a little higher price than this one, but this is an okay find. I mean, you can't go wrong with turkey.
Ahoy, Groovy. Cheers, brother.
And the same thing goes with the Kentucky Spirit and the Rare Breed. Rare Breed all day long. It's the same mash bill. It's just Rare Breed's the cask strength and all, and the Kentucky Spirit's not. It's diluted.
Yep.
So let me swirl this thing around. What I was going to say before I spun, I posted the new one out. Yeah. It was I was going through that transition on this foolproof.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I went through the full transition, and the last 3 sips all tasted the same.
Yeah.
So I think I was at the maturity I was going to get. So I added 2 drops of water to this.
It changed the nose at all?
I'll tell you what it changed. It didn't really, I'm not really nosing them right now. But what it changed was that waxy medicinal flavor gone. Now I'm left with a better cherry flavor.
Ah, nice.
It's still leaning into maraschinos.
Oh, okay.
But it's not as twangy.
Okay. Look at my last question.
But I like cherry, and I'm getting a tiny bit of bitter out of it with the water in it. Not horrible.
Where was Lori's last question?
But right now we're on hashtag Mac Attack
Hmm.
MAC.
Well, in response to Lori's question, which one is better, Turkey 101 or Rabbit Hole? I personally prefer turkey products myself, so I would have to go with that. The
I
101. I mean,
prefer
it's just
Rabbit
an
Hole.
everyday, but it's a whole lot cheaper than Rabbit Hole is.
It is. It now for the price, I will say, if you get the cheapest Rabbit Hole you can find,
Hmm.
which there's only 3 on the shelf, and the cheapest one is that the Cave Hill.
Yeah.
Is it Cave Hill or High Gold? I forget which one's cheaper.
I don't remember.
The Derringer is more because that's the finished bourbon. It takes them longer to make it, but whichever one, the High Gold or Cave Hill, whichever one is the lower price point, I think you're splitting hairs then over Wild Turkey 101 and the lower end. So you might as well not spend the money. But they are distinctly different. I mean,
oh yeah.
I
haven't had much Rabbit Hole, so
yeah. I think Wild Turkey 101 to me tastes very young. It just tastes really young.
I think it's leaning more so toward that nowadays. I mean, because when I first started drinking Wild Turkey, it was, it had an age statement of 8-year-old, 101 proof.
Right. And now
nowadays there is no age statement, so it could be, I hear rumor that it's basically 5 to 6 now.
Right. It has to be at least 2, or they can't call it straight bourbon.
Yeah.
And if it's over 4, they don't have to disclose the age at all.
Yeah.
So it could be 4.5 years, and
yeah, it could be anywhere from 4 to 6. It's not the 8 that it used to be, I don't believe, but it just doesn't have the richness that it used to, or the color. I don't think either. But
if it were below 4 years, and above 2, they used to have to put it on the bottle, and they've pulled away from that. And now they don't have to put it on the bottle, but they're supposed to put it on their website at least. They're supposed to disclose that age somewhere.
Yeah.
But now it just takes a little more research. But you have a computer in your pocket, just pull out your phone and go to their website in the store and look it up.
Yeah, exactly. That's amazing, isn't it? The amount of information you have at your fingertips nowadays. So a lot of people that go, well, I don't know how to do this, or I don't know about this. You got it right at your fingertips. It's all about asking the right questions.
I'll tell you another thing I'm getting out of this 1792 foolproof that I was not getting before I added water. I'm getting more of a allspice kick on the finish.
Oh, okay.
Yep, a little bit of a nutmeggy allspice type thing going on.
Yeah, it's really neat what water can do to different whiskeys, especially like your pot distilled stuff. Like your Irish and your Scotch.
Yep.
A little bit of water, even at a lower proof in those with the pot distilled, it really brings out different flavors immediately and different notes as well.
I've had bourbons where I put an ounce and put 1 drop in, and then I would taste it, and then but barely, don't drink too much, but taste it, and then put another drop in and taste that, and put another drop in and taste until I hit that point where you start getting that. I call it dryer lint flavor, and that's overwatered is what it is. If you get a little that linty, musty flavor, it's just too much water in it.
Yeah. Too with it. I think Whiskey Tribe did a thing on where they proof down the whiskeys to what they called like distiller proof, which is about 20%. And you get it's just base note. It's whatever the base note of the whiskey is. It's all you get.
Well, and what I was going to say, people talk about sucking the ice on their whiskeys. When they get it over ice, when you first taste it, you're getting closer to what came out of the bottle, and then as you drink, that ice is melting. Even if you use clear ice, and you're going through this ride, and
Yep.
then it gets to that musty point, and then you let it sit there and shake it around a little bit, and then you get the watered down bourbon, and
Yep.
then you get past that, and then you can go on ahead and drink the
Polish
ice.
that one off and pour you
Yeah.
another fresh
Get
one.
another one. All right, we're going to share the screen, and we are going to spin this one. This is for, again, 10 entries to the quarterly drawing. Good luck, everybody. The next one's also worth 10, and then after that, we're into the 15s. So we are landing on Groovy.
Yeah, how about that? Just jumps in here and wins right off the bat.
Jumps in and wins. All right, we'll let his confetti die down. I would never cheat him out of his confetti. There we go. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah.
I got to schedule some dang time and go down there and visit him for just a little bit, say hi, take him some samples.
So, I work in business. I've been, in businesses, hospitals, and all that for a long time. Don't quite use these much anymore, but used to incessantly. The 3-ring binders. I call this one the unholy circle. Not only because they never line up right. Not only can you not flip through with ease, it tears the pages.
Yep.
And yeah, I am a wizard with a 3-hole punch. I can tell you that. Depending on the industrial size of the 3-hole punch, I can tell you about how many pages you can get in there and still make it through clean. I have printed lots.
Oh man, that little bit of rain helped it out here. It's cooled down. It's a little muggy now. It's more like Kentucky weather.
Oh, each year at the hospital, I used to have to print because I worked for a guy who wanted it printed. I mean, that was his thing. He wanted it on his desk, in between bookends or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was doing a risk assessment, a HIPAA security assessment.
Oh, geez.
You're talking about over 1,000 pages of stuff. And every year we were doing it, and we were printing and punching and putting them in the binders and all that. Finally, I realized through work I could order already pre-punched reams of paper.
Oh, dang, nice.
So I was able to, and then around that time, also they gave us the ability to collate on the pages, so print both sides. And so I was able, but you had to make sure you load it in there. But you have to hit your print job, and we had to use our badge to make the printer work.
Yeah.
So I would have to go in, make sure no print jobs were running. Mine was next. Pull the paper tray out, and
Put it in a
make
whole
sure you
ream.
know which one it's going to print from. And it'll tell you on the job it's going to print from paper tray 2 or whatever. You pull all of that block of paper out, put your ream of paper in there, close it, badge it, and let it print.
Yeah.
And the problem with that, though, is I had to monitor my print job, because if someone there was an ability for someone to override your print job and say my crap's more important, I have to get this out now.
Yeah.
And they would interrupt your print job, print theirs, and then let yours continue. And I had to stand in there monitoring it, because if someone interrupted my print job, I would have to take my paper out, put their paper in, let them print theirs, stop it, pull that out. It was a pain in the. I mean, nowadays, well, I like working from home, and there's no printing anymore.
Yeah.
Print
Well,
a
not me.
PDF.
I am my own boss now, but I work out in the field pretty much every day.
Yeah.
I mean, today I was on an excavator taking out nasty trees, old scrubby cedar trees and mesquite trees and something else that had thorns. I don't know what it was, but it needed to go.
Well, and I've told my parents this many, many times. If I could make, now you can make it working on your own, but I'm too scared to work on my own to run my own
Yeah.
business. I want to work for a company and have benefits and all of that. But
Yeah.
I told them if I could work for a company and do construction work or something like that and make the money I make, I would do it. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm so far down the road now with my career. It's there's no change coming anytime soon. The
Oh yeah.
next change for me is going to be retirement.
There you go.
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, my cousin recently retired last year, 2 years ago, 2 years ago, and got himself a boat built, or I don't know, like a catamaran sort of thing,
Yeah.
and went out, sailed it from France back to the U.S. and then sailed it all around the Caribbean for a while, and then parked it in a slip for a little while. Came back into the U.S. and had to do some things here, around home and whatnot. And he's fixing to head back out there and get back on the boat, and sail around some more.
Yep.
Enjoy his retirement.
Yeah. I'll tell you this: if I won, I don't know, let's say a $2 million lottery.
That'd be all right.
Yeah. Okay. It may. Okay. Let's say 10 million. 10 million.
Okay, yeah, 10 million. You can do whatever you
Because
want to with
you're
that.
not going to get all that. You're not going to have $10 million in your bank, right?
Yeah.
I may then try my hand at a business. Uh, Maybe not now in life, but earlier in life,
Mm.
because I would have opportunity to make mistakes
Yeah.
and float the money, and not go in super debt trying to start a business. I mean, any business you start, there's a lot of you have to lay out a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
That's why
Well,
not everybody does it.
for example, starting your own distillery.
Oh,
You know,
that's even worse.
that's a lot of dang money. You're floating out millions of dollars in just the first few years,
Well, yeah,
and that's
and,
why
I
a
mean,
lot of people source.
look at even most franchise fees on an established. Like if I wanted to buy a franchise McDonald's restaurant or something.
Yeah.
One, I don't want to run a McDonald's. Okay, that's not for me. I would want to own my own bar or something. I mean, that would be cool.
Oh yeah.
I shy away from restaurants because of
Wait.
um, open a VCR repair shop. Yeah. Hey, let's use those skills.
I'm
No,
with Jimmy.
no, but
If I
I
if I
like,
win 10 million, I ain't starting a new business. I'm retiring. I'm relaxing. I'm
yeah,
gonna
there you
have
go.
a buy a house down in the island somewhere, like say Yucatan Peninsula or something. Get a nice little house up on a hill,
Yeah,
so where I
maybe
can
10
see the
million was
ocean but not be
overshooting it a
affected by
little
it.
because you're going to get 7 or 6.5 million or whatever out of that
Still, that's
thing.
plenty.
Still, that's a
That's that's
lot. Yeah,
that's more than I'm gonna spend in the next say 40 years. I
yeah.
mean, geez, because what life expectancy? I'm not gonna make 100. So I'm 50 some odd now. So
Here it is though, William Hall. You're on to something here. Oh, not don't just open a VCR repair shop. Open a
yeah,
um,
Belize.
the old school things where you sell like Nintendo 64s, VCRs,
Uh,
turntables, like record players, and
yeah,
have
yeah,
have LPs for sale and the
yeah.
45s and all that. But
That'd be
have
cool.
a throwback shop. That would be
Yeah,
pretty cool. I
yeah.
think it would get a lot of interest.
Go real old school. Go Pong.
Yeah, have Atari in there and have it set up where people could play Pong on it. Space Invaders.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Belize. Yeah, I like that.
Hmm.
I've I have not visited there yet, but it's on my list of places to go,
Yeah, I have not
along
been.
with
I've been.
Scotland too. I'm gonna go to Scotland and Ireland.
Yeah, I've been to those places, but again, the life is experiences sometimes are wasted on the youth. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I was. Oh crap! I went to swat a gnat and I dropped water on my book over here. Hang on, let me grab a
Uh
handy dandy napkin here and get this before it soaks through. There we go. I didn't want to wipe
oh.
it because it would wipe out the halfway mark giveaway.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had water in the cap and I was putting it in the bourbon and this gnat flew by and I had that cap in my hand because I was gonna put it on this
Yeah.
bottle and I swatted and that drop just went twink. Oh, I was gonna say, if anyone gets their hands on a bottle of, oh yeah, 10 million entries. Yeah, if anyone gets their hands on a bottle of the 1792 Full Proof and it's just not quite where you want it to be, put about 2 drops per 1 ounce, and I think it'll come through a lot better. I was about to grab another bourbon, but my alarm went off, so we're going to share this screen and get these entries given away.
Well, a
Unholy
lot of
circle. Good luck, everybody.
your higher proof stuff, say 115 and above, you could
Mhm.
a couple of drops of water is not going to hurt it. There we
Jimmy.
go, Jimmy. Congratulations. A couple drops of the water is not going to hurt a higher proof whiskey, and
No.
for most people, it's
Taste
actually
it
going to
first,
help it
though.
out a
Taste
little
it
bit.
first.
Oh
Taste
yeah.
it first. Because sometimes they'll drink well below.
Oh, you got the 12-year. I have not tried that one. Of course, there's a lot of whiskeys I have not tried. I mean, like, heck, I can name a bunch, like Stag and any of the Stag Junior. I've not tried any of those. Um, Shoot, I don't know. There's just so many.
All right, here's the next one. Now, I did a play on Tears for Fears. This is Tears for Fears. Okay. uh, this is the pill bottles where you try to grab the little metal foil tab and pull, and
Yep.
it does this every time. And what I say is just get a knife from the get go and save yourself some frustration.
12 years, only 96 proof. Dang. I'm not sure how to get rid of the fruit flies. Corey's asking you.
My son and I figured something out. If you take Guinness and you put like this much Guinness in the bottom of a glass and
Hmm.
put saran wrap over top and poke some holes with a toothpick in it,
Hmm.
they will all go in there and die.
Really?
Yep. I mean, you can put some cheap white wine in there too, but we were drinking Guinness and we just poured because we saw them swarming on the Guinness. So we're like, hey, this seems to work. And we put the sugar mixture and the Guinness side by side, and the Guinness glass was full of them and they can't get back out.
Yeah.
Just don't poke a
I,
hole right next to the edge.
I have to watch them with my whiskeys, especially
Oh,
like
yeah.
some of the Irish and whatnot. It's got that kind of fruity, kind of sweeter smell to it. And if I got it sitting out here on the table, I have to watch it. I have to put, this little. I got one of these. It's a topper. It goes on it, and if you push it down all the way, it'll actually seal it. So I have to keep that at least sitting on there like that. Otherwise, oh, Peerless Rye.
No, it's
Otherwise,
not rye. This is a straight bourbon, Kentucky straight.
oh, okay.
This is small batch. It's 109, I think, proof. Yeah, 109 proof.
The thing about it, the fruit flies landing in your whiskey, they die almost immediately.
Oh yeah, and then you can just drink them. It's just extra protein. So
Not me. I'm at the Scottish look to them. Spit it out, you wee bastard.
yeah, I treat them like a cherry in my old fashioned. You know, I suck them between my teeth and make sure I get all the bourbon out of them.
Yep. Hey, William. These are called Carncraft. They're
Yeah, Karen Craft.
bamboo, and they got a little rubber stopper on them. Get them on Amazon for like, I think you get 6 of them for like $20.
Yeah, and they do fit the glasses that these are not Glencairns, but this
Yep.
is the exact same size up
Oh
here.
yeah.
It's the exact same size here at the bulge and the exact same size here. Glencairns just have a more of a tulip shape and they have a much smaller base to them.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
what
and
I was
these.
going to say is if you do
Yep,
get
with,
bestowed with Bourbon Bounty whiskey glasses, that
I
stuff
happen to have
works.
a few. Yep, those work on those too.
Yep.
And the cool thing about these is if you do, you know, you can just set them on there if you just, if you're sipping it
Right.
back and forth all the time, you just don't keep the bugs out. Or if you're going to set it for a while, you can push it all the way down, and then you can actually turn it upside down and it won't leak.
Hmm.
So they work out pretty well.
I have the ones you gave me. when
same
I
things.
visited you, and I bought another set, and I'm about to get another set. But right now, I have enough to do a four person place setting for my
Nice. For your
um,
samples.
for no, maybe five for the bourbon tasting here in the house. So
Yep.
I'm using them to cap the bottles or the
There you
glass,
go.
so I can
Yeah,
pour
the
them
cool.
ahead of time and seal them all the way down.
Yep. And then the thing with these two is if you look real close, they have
Yep.
lines going around them, you know, 1 through 6. So you'll have like one
Yep.
that has one line and then the two lines. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever
Hmm.
and keep them in order that way.
Yeah, and I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the other set I put 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6 on their glasses. But also, when I do my bourbon tastings here at the house, I'll give everybody one Bourbon Bounty logo glass, one
Uh,
like this glass but plain, and then one Glencairn. And that
okay.
way they know which is A, B, and C
Okay.
on the bourbons. And even if they put them in the wrong order, they can always look back on the page and get them back in the right order again. Yep, not bad at all. Yep, 6-pack.
Oh, Fulton, I think I may have missed it. What was your big news?
Oh, his
Did
big
you read
news
it?
earlier was about the softball. That was earlier. We get
Oh,
busy,
okay. They
Fulton, on
won.
here, and if you put something in the chat, I did glance through it, but we're trying to carry the show forward. But the people in the chat can read it, and I'm sure everybody heard your news.
That's cool. Oh, 16.99. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good price because I paid
Hey, Thrash.
$19.99 the last time I ordered them. Thrash Life, what's
Yeah,
going on?
they must be marking them down.
Yeah, well, if I catch them on a sale like that, I'll buy 2 rolls of them,
There you go. I
2
mean, they're
tubes.
great. I mean, heck, they're made out of bamboo, so they're not gonna, decompose anytime
Mm-mm.
soon. You know,
I
or
love the
for that
little
matter,
rubber
warp or anything
seal
else.
around them.
Hmm.
Boom, because I can pour the bourbons even like a few hours ahead of time because I'm
Yep.
busy. I'm doing a lot. I'm setting up tables. I'm doing, pouring the bourbons. I'm trying to get everything, get my bourbon wheels laid out, get everybody because I laminated all my stuff. So
Hmm.
we use dry erase markers to write the notes and all down, the little fine tip dry erase, and then I
Yep.
just wipe them off at the end and reuse them over and over again.
Oh man, Jody, I gotta send you a sample of this 21090 pick.
You know what?
It's really good.
If you send me a sample of that, I'll figure out something to send you. Oh, I'll send you a sample of the J. Rieger Kansas City whiskey.
Ah, okay, sounds good. I can make that happen.
I'll bet you'll
I
like
gotta
it.
I gotta dig out my sample bottles. I've got some that are here, but they're still kind of packed away because my whole bar thing is all in boxes and everything in my closet right now because I don't have that set up at all yet.
Right.
And no
Well,
air conditioning out there. I'm not putting out whiskey out in that thing there when it's been
uh-uh.
over 100 degrees. Jeez.
Yeah, Fulton, and you know what? I'll get you in there. Yeah, you're about 12 minutes away. I'm gonna go ahead and write you down. You go to practice, man.
Yep. Knock it out of the park. Hey, Sparkles.
Art by Sparkle. Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
uh
Mm,
yeah, I'm gonna go check that. If they're at 16 something, I'm gonna get 2 more tubes because that was what I was going for anyway.
yep.
And that's like
Heck
under
yeah.
$40. You're talking about $35 and then or
Heck
30.
yeah.
Well, the 16.99 be $34
32.
plus tax. So,
Yep.
you know,
Heck yeah. That's not bad at all.
mm-mm. I do need to start buying more glasses though. I'm afraid to. I'm trying to get Joy Jolt where I can order them from them without paying too much because on Amazon, I don't want to. I want to go to all the new ones now because I showed you the new packaging and the way they did them and
Hmm.
everything, and now I
Yep.
want those. I want to eventually replace all of these with the new ones.
I want to get a couple of the the ones that are kind of shaped like a Glencairn, but they have the long stem on them, so
Yeah.
you can hold it down here.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the it's over there. I have Dalmore glass like that.
Oh, okay.
I forget what they call it. They're big with tequila drinkers. Um,
Oh,
the
oh.
stems,
Hmm.
because you don't want to
Yep.
warm your tequila. But my alarm did go off. Let me share this screen. But if you have something to say, go on to say it.
All right. Yeah, I want to get a couple of those just for, just for the heck of it, just to try
Yeah,
them out. And then I think, what is it, Asian ore or something like it makes a couple different glasses.
good. I mean,
Hey, there's Brian.
I almost said good luck. Congratulations, Slapshot.
Slapshots Roadhouse. There's Brian. Congratulations, buddy. He's a fellow wood turner.
And I will say that was for 15 entries right there, and so is this next one. So if you missed that one, don't worry. There's one coming right here.
Yeah, Brian. When I get the bar set up, the workshop is going to be on the other side of that building, and I'm going to set up the wood turning thing again too, so I can turn out some bowls and whatnot. That's fun. I kind of miss that stuff.
All right.
Stossel glass? I'm not sure about that one, William.
All right. I'm going to post this one. I called this one Speckled Past.
Okay.
Past has nothing to do with it, but here we go. People who wear glasses do not have a clear understanding of what a rainy day is. I wear
Yeah.
glasses.
Luckily, I wear cheaters. I mean,
Yeah.
90% of the time, I don't have any kind of glasses on except when I'm on the stream or if I'm trying to like watch a YouTube video or something like that. Because anything that's further than arm length away, I'm fine. I can see
Yep.
perfectly. Still got better than 20/20 vision, but if it's arm's length and closer, it starts getting fuzzy on me.
Yeah, there's two times I hate more than anything wearing these glasses because I wear them for everything,
Yeah.
near and far. Um, and now far, I don't need them. Like I can look over my glasses and I can see stuff way out. It's at mid range and close, but mid
Hmm.
range is even up to 35 feet. Like I would,
Oh
so 30 feet or whatever.
no,
But
I mean,
the two times I run into the most issue is if I'm doing something like a like a shrimp stock, or and I put the shells in there, and I'm
yeah.
steaming it, and I take the lid off and I go to smell it. I
Steam.
can't see anything. And the other time is when I'm like, oh, the dishwasher's finished, and I pull it open
Yep.
and I dive in to unload it, and all of a sudden I can't see anything.
Yeah, yeah. What hit me around here is I wear my glasses. Normally, I got them, folded up and they're hanging like this,
Yeah.
So I'm driving like that, and then I'll get out of the car, down here in Texas, and go, oh man, what is that? And I grab them like here and put them back on, and they're all fogged up
Yep.
because I've been in the air conditioning, and then it's humid enough now that they just immediately
Boom.
fog right up.
Oh, I've done that coming from the heat in Texas into the building.
Oh yeah.
And we walk in and it's air conditioned in there, but the disparity between the internal temp of the building, when it gets over 110 outside, it
Yeah.
is a huge difference. And it
Oh yeah,
just,
you got 30 degrees easy.
oh yeah. But yeah, okay. So we got that one posted. Did I wait? Did I post the new one already? Yeah, yeah,
Hmm?
okay. Yeah, okay.
Spelled.
Speckled past.
Jennifer spelled it wrong. She spelled past instead of speckled.
I see Jennifer though, she got it in there correct.
Oh, there we go. She did.
Yep.
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 Okay, nope. Oh,
It works. It works.
oh, did you see my new shirt? Right, it's not that new now.
Yeah.
Battery.
My caption, if I added captions to this, I don't even know if I think I can. If I show headlines, yeah, I drink stuff and complain about it. That's my that's my headline under my name.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't turn headlines on here. So
I haven't put one on.
yeah, I don't know. It's just for comedic relief. But
There you go.
see, I don't drink things. I don't drink stuff and know things. I drink stuff and complain about things.
Yeah. Well, well, mainly what I do is fix things.
Mhm.
You know, if it's broke, more than likely I can fix it, or I can make you another one.
The
I'm
one
good
thing
with my hands.
the one thing I'll kind of warn people about if you want to get into bourbon and you want to, and I haven't put out too many reviews. We've had a busy year this year. I'm going to
There
start
you go,
getting back
William.
into my regular reviews. But if you watch some of my reviews and I'm not raving over something, I try not to say too, I'm not a negative person.
Yeah.
So just kind of, if I put it down on my little sliding graph and I put it low,
Yeah.
just go with that. Just go with that. So
Well, and also, I mean, palate is subjective.
it
You know,
is
what you don't really care for, somebody else might try it and go, "Man, this is the most amazing thing I've ever had." So,
maybe,
you know,
but some of these now, some of them when I put them down that low, they just don't have flavor at all.
yeah.
And what flavor's coming through is watered and not good.
For example,
Yeah, there you go.
now it's got a little bit of flavor to it,
Hmm.
and I'm definitely glad to have tried it because you know I've seen people drink it and try it and everything else, but I have not ever seen one around here to buy one. But then again, there I have seen in my local store down here they had oh, what is that horrible bitter grapefruit whiskey that people drink
Oh Lord.
from New York, Malort.
Yeah, my
I've
Lord.
seen barrel aged Malort in the store down here. I have not bought one.
That's malarkey.
Yeah,
Is
I'm thinking so.
yeah,
But
Malort.
you know, barrel aged Malort. Hey, it's got to be better than regular Malort, right? Sure, come on.
Mhm.
I have no idea.
Sure,
I'm
go
not.
go for it. You
I'm
let me
gonna
know how
pick
that
one
works
up
out
next
for
time
you.
I see it.
Yeah,
I'll send you a sample, baby.
yeah. You let me know how that works out. Yeah.
Nah, Jimmy, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's.
No, it's
I've
just
definitely had some whiskeys that were much worse than that one.
oh,
Definitely.
the ones from Trader Joe's were what did I call it? Bacos and liquid smoke.
Oh God,
Yeah,
that doesn't even sound good at all.
it was bad. It was like they took water, and I know they didn't because you can't like by law you can't add coloring to bourbon. But it was like they took water and put Bacos and liquid smoke in it and called it bourbon. I mean, that's
Ooh,
what it tasted like. It was horrible.
dang. Yeah, 10 high. And I've heard Johnny's smoking gun is pretty damn nasty too.
Mm.
I have not tried that one and don't look forward to trying it.
The only people that like those things are the ones that are so far into their alcoholism that they run out of money and they get
There
what
you
they
go.
get.
Yep. Drinking stuff like uh oh man, I can't even think.
Well, here. If I were going to open up a distillery and try to make money fast, I would call it cheaper than Listerine and just put it on the shelf.
We taste better than Listerine. You'll like it.
You'll love it. This is actual watery whiskey. Yeah.
Yukon Jack. Yeah.
Gut
Yep.
wrenching.
Oh,
Yeah.
and what was that dang sweet one? Southern Comfort. Oh,
Oh, well, that's not, yeah, that's a Southern Comfort. All right, and I'm going to share this screen because we are getting up on the 8 o'clock hour. So let me go ahead and do this. Good luck, everybody.
why?
And
While you're doing that, I think I'm gonna run inside and grab a different bottle.
okay, that's Lori again. Look at there. Lori is hitting it. Now, this doesn't happen all the time, guys. This doesn't happen all the time. Lori has had some dry nights here, so she's catching up a little bit. There's nice. It never lands on me, but tonight it's kind of loving my name. All right, Groovy. That's a plus 15 for Groovy because you can only get your name written down once. Now you get all the entries that you get, but you only get your name written down once. And then it's plus, plus, plus. But you do get the entries. Kathy Bates, that is a plus. This is why I wanted to start early. Because we have to get through all these repeats. William Hall, there we go. There we go. That is worth 15 entries. Right there. Now, I'm going to set the next one up, but I'm not going to post it because we are at 8 o'clock. And for whatever reason, my phone did not alarm me.
Put me in, coach.
I'm gonna get the next one ready, but I'm not gonna post it yet. Because it's time for Mark to take over. Because I have to write down names.
I'd agree with you there, Jimmy. Brimstone is not that good. It's got a weird. Oh, I just died in my drink. Brimstone's got that weird mesquite, burnt, funky taste to it. All right. Now for something completely different, I'm going to go with a little bit of Irish. This one, Redbreast PX. Pedro Jimenez finished Redbreast. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Close enough there, Chadio. Whoa. Groovy, you have anything to drink tonight? Cold beer?
Ooh, Hannah Kalani. I missed you earlier.
Oh, she's been here for a while.
Yeah, I know, but I
Twisted
get
Art lady. Hadn't seen
Oh,
her.
and Twisted's here, yeah.
Cheers.
Sorry I didn't shout y'all out, but we get busy.
And you know's bro. He's here.
Oh, you know's bro is back. There we go.
Nice. I've not tried that one, William Holler. Wonder is that any good? Man, this Redbreast PX. I wish I could find it around here locally. I have not seen a bottle of it around here.
Yeah, I got you in, Lori. Lori, I'll put you in early. I always write you in just in case. Oh, Art by Sparkle.
Man. Oh, Mountain Dew. It's my favorite drink there. Luckily, Groovy, I have slacked off on my Mountain Dew intake. I am not as bad as I used to be, say, 10, 15 years ago. Then I was like 2 or 3 a day. Now I'm like, 1 to 2 a week. So,
well, now that I have my blood pressure under order, I just recently, over the past several months, got diagnosed with slightly elevated blood pressure. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
But it's down there in the really, really like 18-year-old range now. So I am more confident with my energy drinks now. And I consider Mountain Dew because it's the highest caffeine content.
And sugar.
And sugar. But I don't do a lot of sugar and caffeine. So it affects me more. It impacts me more. Yeah. If I drink a Red Bull, it actually sprouts wings on my back.
I don't care for the flavor of Red Bull. I never drink those.
I can down one.
My my energy drinks are like coffee in the morning, of course, with cream and sugar, or half and half in sugar, and then tea, sweet tea in the afternoons. That's what I have in this cup here. Is well, it's not super sweet like Texas or Kentucky style sweet tea. It's a little bit, about half the sugar, and then a little bit of lemon. That's my palate cleanser and hydration.
All right. Well, let me read these off.
Coke
So
Zero.
I'm going to read all of the. Now this is for 10 entries. Everybody gets it, no matter what. If you type in any form or fashion, put me in the chat. You get 10 entries to the quarterly drawing. There is no spin involved. So here's who I have down so far: Fulton Mraz, Mr. Great Shot, Lori, Big Daddy H, Groovy, Chatio, Jimmy's Random Content, William Hall, Jennifer Lude, Kathy Bates, Hunter Kalani Creations, Twisted Art Lady, Sugar Kitty, You Knows Bro, Tater Dom, and Art by Sparkle. If I did not call your name, I do not have you down for 10 free entries to the quarterly drawing. So if you want to get in on that and I did not call your name, please type in any form or fashion, put me in the chat.
There you go. And Big Daddy, and bull balls are pretty tasty.
Yeah, the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Rocky Mountain oysters, deep fried.
That's right.
Well, you know, being from Kentucky, we deep fried about anything and eat it, including vegetables.
I saw in
Dang,
Kansas City, I saw a Casa Azul,
Yeah.
the tequila, and I was like, how much you want for it? And he told me, and I was like, yeah, because he had 3 bottles of it up there, and I was like,
yeah.
I'll come back for that. Went around because I didn't know how much bourbon I was going to buy and all that.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know what? I didn't spend that much money. Let's go. I'm going to go get a bottle of that Casa Azul. Went in there and it was gone.
Huh,
He was
dang.
like, no, that's sold 3 hours after you left.
Wow.
All 3 bottles.
Dang. Was it less than 120 bucks?
No, it was 148 bucks.
Okay.
A bottle.
Hmm.
That's
I
why
mean,
I didn't grab it. If it had been
Yeah.
a 120, I would have grabbed it.
Yeah, sure. It's
But
good for that price. It's good.
yeah,
I've gotten a couple of bottles of that for my wife for her birthday. She likes tequila more so than I do. But that one, I really liked. It's a nice, easy sipping tequila, you know, because if I'm drinking tequila, I'd rather sip on it in a Glen, you
right.
know, and just sip on it a little bit. Maybe chase it with a beer or something like that. But yeah, I'm not a shot guy.
Yep.
So
Well, I'm not getting any more stuff here, so I'm going to put stop. Now, just because I put stop, put me in, doesn't mean it's over. It lasts till the end of the hour, but you have to make sure I see it because I'm not looking for it after this. So I'm going to post the next hashtag, and it's called unerase. And this is why I called it unerase. Because erasers just smear crap around and make it kind of pink tint. So just be perfect the first time and you won't have this issue.
there you go.
Do your crosswords with a pen, people. Come on.
Yeah,
Be
quit
brave.
slacking.
Be brave. I don't know why they can't make, because I've used, do you know what a kneaded eraser is?
Yep,
In art, and
I've used them.
you warm it up in your hands and it will,
Mm.
you know, and if it has charcoal on it or whatever, you can knead it around and get, you know, and you can make the clean.
Yeah, it's kind of like a silly putty kind of sort of.
Sort of like that, but yeah. But these old hard ass erasers they put on the ends of those number 2 pencils, they're not that great.
Hey, wait a minute here. I got stuff on the end of my name. Oh.
Yeah, you're kind of better off using whiteout at that point.
Yeah. Well, but that shows up big time.
Well, it does, except on a printer. Now, I'll tell you something I've found that works better on a printer is a just cut a piece of white printer paper to fit over the thing and put a little bit of Scotch tape over it.
Yeah.
And if the Scotch tape edge shows up, just lighten it up a little and until it goes away. And then you can print over it. Yeah.
Okay. White drafting erasers. Shit, I remember those. Oh man, I wish I could get this more often.
No, I'm not. We don't spin for the put me in. The put me in is the one chance everybody gets the entries, the 10 entries. All these other ones are bonus entries. So we have to spin for those.
Man, I'm leaning more into Irish and Scotch nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mainly because it's summertime, I think.
Oh, yeah. William Hall said redacted documents. Yeah. I will tell you this. We had, when I was working in the HIPAA industry, well, I'm still responsible for HIPAA at the insurance company for the accident and health division, not the property and casualty, but the A&H side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's smaller. But yeah, when I was working at the hospital, someone tried to just turn all of the cells in the Excel spreadsheet black, and they were thinking it was redacted. The words were still there in black under there, but the data loss prevention system caught it because it could read the words, and they were so shocked that we blocked it and got back with them, and they're like, "But I redacted it all." Not unless you deleted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just turned the fill on the cell black. And they couldn't understand how our data loss prevention system could actually read the words if it was black on black. And I said, the same way that if you send that to somebody and they highlight everything and take all highlights off the cells, the text would be there.
There you go. It's a computer. You can play around with it.
And that was one of the times I was wanting to say, really?
Yeah.
Really? You don't understand how this works? Because, yeah, Jim, your DLP magic.
Magic.
Yeah. Somebody, you can embed a file. Now, I may be giving away a little too much information here, but y'all don't work for us, so go ahead, knock yourself out. You can create a PowerPoint document, and you can embed a file. And when you put the file in, it comes up as a thumbnail. And then you can take the corner of that thumbnail and make it teeny tiny, like this big.
Yeah.
And then you can put it behind a picture. You can put something over it, like just a line on the thing, and you won't see the little tiny, teeny thumbnail back there. But that file is still in there. All the data is still there. So when it goes through the data loss prevention system, it's reading everything.
Yeah.
And it'll say all of these credit cards or all of this information is in this document. You look at it and you go, where? And then you have to dig for it and find it. Pretty cool stuff.
Yep. We've definitely come a long way in the last 150, 200 years.
Yeah.
From where we were just 200 years ago, where we are now.
Holy crap. Dude. Exponentially growing every single year. But
every year it's getting more and more.
I am sharing this screen because we are getting this stuff done tonight. Good luck, everybody, on Unerase. I know these last three go quicker, but we're going to get them done. Art by Sparkle, that's a plus 15.
There you go.
This is why I start a little bit early.
Go on there, Nat. You're not getting my drink. Stay out of my red breast.
Spit it out.
Spin it up again. Come on, me.
Kathy Bates is a plus 15.
Kathy Bates won again.
That's right. This is that time of night. We don't have a big showing tonight. We don't have a big showing tonight. So people see,
Oh,
if y'all are out there listening and you're not in the chat, you need to get in this chat because you would be getting entries. That's Lori plus
there's
50.
Lori again. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Big Daddy H. I fit that thumb numerous times.
Oh, there's my alarm going off. See, I tried to go where I could finish this before the alarm. Well, that's just ridiculous because I'm that she already got those.
Yep. I think when you type yours in, you're in there twice for some reason.
I am because I'm simulcasting. Sugar Kitty, that's the first time. This is how Sugar Kitty gets things on here. Because I swear I see Sugar Kitty all the time on the wheel, and I'm like, why doesn't it land on Sugar Kitty?
Oops, sorry about that. Yep, it's rigged. Chetio did win one.
Chatio's gonna win the watch. He's gonna win the 20. You watch. Now this one, or he may win this one. I call this one door looping because I didn't have a better thing to call it. It's when your belt loop hits these handles because it's a perfect height.
Oh.
And what I put is at least you're not leaving the door open.
Yep. I have ripped off a belt loop because of that before.
Yep. That's I don't know whose design flaw that is. You know, I think the belt loop came before the advent of that type of handle. So I'm going to say it's the handle's fault. They made it and some guys are a half to 2 inches taller, whatever. So, but I know I'm the perfect height to hit that thing.
Yep, they were right there, Big Daddy. That'll make you pause just for a second or so, depending on how big a hurry you're in.
Yeah, because you're thinking, oh, I'm walking on, and then boom, and it pulls you back.
All right. See you later, Jimmy.
All right.
Be good and enjoy the nice evening.
Jet out a little early. What the hell you got going on? I know who you work for.
Are you going to go outside and sit on the deck and enjoy the nice sunset, drink cold beer?
There you go. Yep. But we're into the last two, and we're down to the last minutes of this. Guys, if this is your first time here, yeah, just keep it going, and don't underestimate how these entries stack up over time. They really stack up over time. Little bit, brick by brick. And
you know what I might, what I'm thinking I might do as far as the halfway mark.
What's that?
Instead of maybe a full bottle, I may consider doing like a sample set, like say 4 or 6, say 6 2-ounce samples of different stuff that I have.
Yeah.
Instead of a full bottle. I mean, I'm planning on getting a full bottle of one of the different Still Austin ones, but I may do something different. It just depends on who wins. They do have
4-ounce bottles too. I've done 4-ounce pours.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, if I can do like 2-ounce pours, I can get like 6 different ones.
Oh,
I can have
that would be nice.
6 different samples of different things. Like say maybe E.H. Taylor, small batch, an Irish or a Scotch, a couple different bourbons, or Still Austin stuff, or I may throw in a little pour of this, the 210-90.
Yep.
210-90 pick.
That's a good idea because it gives people, because when I do the 30 bourbon sampler, that's very, very popular, but I just can't do it very often.
Yeah. Oh, it takes forever to get all pour all the samples and get it
Oh,
all labeled up and everything else. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
I mean, did you enjoy your? Are you still? Do you still have
Oh, I'm
any
still
left?
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got some. Probably, I would say at least 15 or better. No, probably
So
less than
you're
that.
about
Probably
halfway
like
through.
12. Yeah, about 12 or
Yeah.
15 or so of those I got left, and
And
I'm enjoying that.
yeah, and that was from way back
Yep.
when I was there. So I mean, it's sort of like like for shit Christmas and like Valentine's Day, you get the sampler chocolates and the thing,
Hmm.
and all that. Yeah, it's nice to get a bunch of different samples.
Yeah, and especially if it's stuff that you can't, you don't get around to wherever you're at. You know, like
Right.
I see stuff down here, in Austin, like Balcones and Still Austin and Andalusia and things like that
Hmm.
that most people can't get
Well,
unless you're down here in Texas.
the good thing about that is if there's one they don't care for as much as the others,
Hmm.
it wasn't as much of it, and
Hmm.
then they get to see.
Exactly, and you're not getting like a full bottle of Still Austin and go, oh, I don't care for this at all.
Hey, I'm leaving the halfway mark up to you. That's your giveaway. So yeah, whatever you want to do with it, just we'll make it known to folks that, and like we said, we're going to discuss it with whoever wins
Yeah.
uh, when it comes time.
Yep. That'll work.
Yep.
I mean, it.
But that's
We'll
a pretty
figure
good
it out.
idea, though, to give, several, more 1 ounce samples, fewer 2 ounce samples, a few, whatever of the
Yep.
bigger. Because if you do 6 ounce samples, you're really, I mean, those are the ones you got from Jimmy was a 6 ounce bottle,
Yeah.
and you know,
I mean,
those
that's
are
It's sharing size.
well, that's 350 milliliters.
Yeah, that's most of a bottle, kind of.
Yeah, because that's 700 milliliters with two of those. That's a whole bottle.
Yep.
They're just shy of half. They're one shot shy of half a bottle because 50 milliliters is a shot. Yeah.
Yep. That's kind of why I like a 2 ounce sample because it allows you to pour, an ounce and try it and see if you like it or not.
Right.
And then, then if you do, you can set it aside, try something else, and then come back to it and have another pour.
Yep.
So you get like two pours out of each bottle.
That's right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and spin this because I'm not getting any. Well, I'm getting them in, but hurry up, guys, because in the next minute I'm going to spin this because we're going to hit the mark here where I have to get ready to close this thing down. I'll give it till
Hmm.
8. When I see 8:23 on my clock, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna share.
Okie dokie.
And there it is. Okay, share screen. All right, I'm hoping that most people got it in. So good luck, everybody. Here we go.
All right.
And we're gonna
That's
spin
Sparkle.
this,
I need to
and
send you some
this,
anyways.
yeah, this next one's coming. Chatty,
Chatio.
look what happened.
There you go. You called it.
Well, and it wasn't the last one, but it was. Hey, he's got a chance now to get a plus
Uh,
on that last
uh,
one.
wasn't was that his first?
That was his first one.
Oh, okay.
That was his first one in a long time. Now he hasn't, been here in a while.
Yeah,
Now
he's been
this is a
here.
little longer one, I know, but it only makes sense if I type
It's
it.
not rigged now.
Yeah, it's not rigged now. All right, here we go. This is notice the my pour stove,
Okay.
and this is and it's not. I'm not picking on Pyrex, but that's the picture. But you see how they're trying to pour that in, and look at all that running back behind it. And what I put as the caption is, "Hey, should we make the spout bigger?" No way, Steve. That would cost several pennies. Are you trying to sink our profits? Why can't they just make that spout a little longer and bigger.
Yeah, that would be good, but you're not supposed to pour it that quickly.
That's not quick. That's actually too slow. If you pour it faster, but if you pour if you pour it too fast, it's going to splash out everywhere.
True.
So you got to have your spout out there where I can pour at a reasonable speed.
Mm,
But
at a normal pace.
and then what about pour your milk in very slowly as you whisk the gravy.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to pour slow and it's running down the back, and you're like, just make the spout work. Put me a little one of them, like a garden thing where I water my garden. It comes out.
Oh
Just
yeah.
have a solid spout where I can get it through, and it can't run back. And then just curve it, where it can't run back.
That makes sense.
And if you want to pour it faster, have a snap-on lid. Ooh, we just invented something. Have a snap-on lid that fits their tiny little pour spout that has a little elephant trunk coming out on it.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you need to pour very slowly, see, we could make $1 trillion. There you go.
Well, wouldn't go quite that far, but
Yeah. Okay. $47. We can make $47 off of it. All right. Well, I hope this hurries up because I'm sitting here shaking. I'm knocking knees right now. I don't know why. I haven't had that much to drink.
Dang. You seen some lightning and got thunder going on here. Come
I
on,
see
rain.
no clouds in blue behind you back there.
Yep. So this is off a little bit more to the north of me.
Yeah.
So this front's kind of coming in from the north a little bit. Hey, I'm happy for it. We need all the rain we get around here right now.
Oh, heck yeah, you do. All right, hurry up with those hashtags because in 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes, I'm going to start this spin. So I just don't want anybody to get caught off guard.
I wish I had a little water out here to drop a couple of drops of water in this one to see what it would do.
Yeah, if it were still raining, you could have went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple of drops of rainwater in there wouldn't hurt.
Is that which one is that one now?
Oh, this is the Redbreast PX edition.
Okay, all right.
It's a pot distilled Irish.
Yep. Yeah, I had a chance to buy an Irish, but I was like, I'll wait till I get home and I'll look and see what I can get.
Well, I mean, your normal Redbreast 12, you'll have it on the shelf around you all the time.
I know.
Sometimes the cast strength and the loose style, they'll be on the shelf. The PX, it's hard to find. I haven't seen down here in Austin. I haven't seen any. In fact, this one here I had to get from a buddy of mine in New York. He found it.
28. I'm getting. My alarm is going off. We are gonna give away these last one. Good luck. All 11 entries. 2 of them are mine. So high probability of somebody getting something here. And I don't even know if we have anybody officially. That's plus 20.
Kathy Bates.
Do we have someone on the wheel who hasn't won yet?
Me.
Oh, you're on there. Okay.
I'm in there, or I should
You may be the last one to hit.
I don't even see me on the wheel.
Oh, there's Art.
I know.
Sparkle.
I know I put it in there though.
Well, did you?
The heck? Yes, I did.
Did you though? I gotta hurry.
Stove.
Oh, I saw you. I saw you. So when we land on you, we know we gotta. Oh, Twisted though. Twisted did not win. Twisted got it.
Twisted beat me out.
Yep.
Woo. Big Daddy had won tonight.
Who?
Big Daddy H.
Oh well, he does. Big Daddy H. He told me. He said, "Please don't let me win." Oh man. Well, we got less than a minute, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and we will see you later. I hope y'all had fun. We'll be here next week, but peace, love, and bourbon, guys.
Peace, love.